And so, according to this article on CNN, where Professor David M. Perry, who is an associate professor of history at the Dominican University in River Forest, Illinois, I suspect it's a Catholic university, he has touched this piece here of the sainthood of Pope John Paul II and Pope John the 23rd. Pope the 23rd, Pope John the 23rd, I understand one of his salient works was Vatican II, where there was a resurgence of the papacy and Catholic mission and so on. And John Paul II, he had two miracles attributed to him. None had Parkinson's, was healed according to them, and another member in Latin America had an aneurysm, and it was, healed and so on. So he has his two miracles, and he's on his way to be canonized. But apart from that, he was very popular. He took the papacy almost to emperorship, because when he came on, I thought his names, John and Paul, two big men in the Bible. John was, doing a certain evangelical work, and Paul, his zeal, he was, killing everybody who hadn't been Orthodox and so forth. So I thought that those two names meant that this was the last pope, But we have two after him. Now, as I said, his predecessor, he didn't last long. I recall his coronation. He had nobody kissing his ring, and I felt that was a mistake, because at that point, I think the Catholic Church was ready to tell these kings and these presidents, "Now come and kiss this ring. I'm ahead. I'm your boss. Let's go. I'm ready for the sovereignty you wrote." And so, when you go to the scripture about sainthood, I think the scripture, Paul had written a lot about it, and then Martin Luther, a Catholic, priest, he talked about it's all through faith in Jesus, with his 95 Theses and so on. And they had a chance to see it. Europe, the whole world saw it, that righteousness is by faith in Jesus, which Paul was saying. And in the scripture there are about 96 texts or scriptures that refer to saint, and you get the impression that it's a living person, and then of course they will die and they continue to be a saint, but during death there's nothing to change. You can't become a saint or you can't be unsaint. When you die, your character is sealed. It's a character thing. And basically, not only popes could be nuns, could be saints, nuns, people in administration of the Vatican, presidents, kings, nuns, ordinary members of the Catholic Church, me, you, anybody can be. You see, as Paul puts it, that when we accept Jesus and we confess, we're pardoned and we're justified. We're made as if we had always lived a righteous life. The past is forgiven and forgotten. And God imparts to us a righteousness, a kind of sainthood. And as we live from day to day, we study the Bible, we follow God's guidance and so on, we're getting closer and less things that are wrong we're doing, and we're becoming sanctified. So the sainthood is becoming established. And so it's going to, people who've died, they die as saints. When Christ comes, he's going to resurrect all the saints. But Paul showed that a saint was the opposite of the wicked.